What's going on, guys? Auzio here, welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics and instructions. I think the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is one of the best tick attacker formations this year because the amount of options you have going forward in that middle is beautiful, and you can also get really nice width going forward if you have your fullbacks on the right instructions, which I'm going to be showing you guys later in this video. And I also will be telling you guys what kind of players you should have in each position so you can use this formation to its full potential. But let's get into the custom tactics. We're going to be starting off with the defensive style on balance, the width on 40, the depth on 65, build up play balance, chance creation is direct passing, the width is 50, players on box 5, corners 2, and free kicks 1. The reason you're going to want depth on 65 is because if you go too high to like 72 and above, what you're going to notice in game is automatic offside traps. You don't want that to happen in this formation. Honestly, high depth with like a 5 at the back isn't too bad. Like, you can play 72 depth easily with a 5 at the back, but with a 4 at the back, too high depth can cause a little bit of issues with the automatic offside traps, and you don't want that to happen in this formation. So yeah, make sure it is on 65. You're not too deep, but you're not too high, so automatic offside traps to activate. The chance creation being on direct passing is very, very important. I am using direct passing on a lot of my custom tactics this year because it works the exact same as last year. It pushes back your opponent's defensive line, allowing you to have more space to work with in that middle. And obviously the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow being, you know, so compact in the middle. You have the cam, the 2 center mids, the CDM. You got so many options in the middle. You obviously want to have direct passing on this formation. The reason you're going to want players on a box on 5 and not anything like 7 or 8 is because if you have it too high, what you're going to notice is both your centre mids running in the box, and you don't want that. You don't want your centre mids running in the box because you know you're going to be very vulnerable on like a counter attack, and you do not want that. So make sure it is on 5. It's like the perfect number for the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And yeah, that is it for the tactics. What kind of players would you want in each position? Starting off with a goalkeeper. I can't go down to the goalkeeper. It doesn't allow me to just act like I actually am on a goalkeeper. It can be anyone. It doesn't need to be anyone special. You can have Courtois, you can have Oblak, you can have Maignan. It does not matter. Just obviously have a keeper that works for you. Centre backs, pace, just straight up, just pace. Great tackling ability, pretty good physicals as well. I got Virgil van Dijk and Mohr. You guys know how good they are in this game. If you can obviously have your centre backs lengthy, so that is on next gen. These tactics, by the way, do work on old gen as well. Just want to let you guys know. But yeah, if you can have your centre backs lengthy, that is perfect as well. Lengthy is just so good for centre backs this year. Left back and right back, you want players that are able to go forward. I haven't got players that are amazing going forward. Theo feels pretty good on the ball, but not as good as someone like Ferland Mendy. And obviously, Kyle Walker feels okay on the ball, but nowhere near as good as someone like Hakimi. Obviously, if you have Ferland Mendy or Hakimi, that will be actually better in this formation with the fullbacks. It's just I can deal with Hernandez's dribbling ability. I can deal with Kyle Walker's dribbling ability. So obviously I'm using him in the team. But yeah, just to make sure they are pretty good going forward and obviously have a good defensive ability. CDM, you could honestly have a player like Renato Sanchez there. Renato Sanchez in this game, I don't mind him in a centre mid position. But the thing about him, right, is he doesn't offer me like a crazy amount going forward. So what I like to do is I like to play him like a CDM role because he is so good defensively. You can have someone like Tchouaméni there. You can have Kessie. Kessie would be amazing in the CDM position. I've got Renato Sanchez. Just make sure they are pretty fast, got a great tackling ability, and a pretty good reach to him. Centre mids. So what you could do is, right, you could have one attacker and one box-to-box, and that's what I recommend as well. The other way of doing it is just like straight up 2 box-to-boxes, but I would suggest having one attacker and one box-to-box. Now, if the attacker does have a long shot ability, that's even better, because you guys know the outside foots in this game are simply incredible. And you guys can see who I've got. I've got Salah. This guy is a joke at going for long shots. His left foot is deadly. And on the other side, I have got Kevin De Bruyne, which can also go for a long shot. You don't need both of them to be able to have a long shot ability. One of them is perfectly fine. The cam, anyone really. You can have Fekir, you can obviously have Neymar, you can have a player like Mohr. Mohr would actually be really good. Just make sure, I guess, they have got a decent amount of pace, because you do notice your cam sometimes go for like an overlap on your strikers. And your 2 strikers, can be anyone as well. It can be Haaland, Rashford. Just make sure it fits obviously your playstyle. I'll probably suggest staying away from target men. But even with like a player like Benzema, a player like obviously Lewandowski, those kind of players, they can obviously still have a real good amount of pace with the lengthy accelerate type on next gen. So you can even use Lewandowski, Benzema in this formation as well. The strikers, just make sure they're pretty fast, great shooting ability, and a pretty good dribbling ability as well. So for the instructions, starting off with a goalkeeper, you are going to want him on default. You don't want anything like comfort crosses or sweeper keeper, because what I noticed when I put those instructions on a keeper is if they are not fast, they don't come out in time, and your opponent just has like a wide open goal every single time. It's super, super annoying. So yeah, make sure he is on default. Just believe in your keeper to make the right decisions. Centre backs, also default. Left back and right back are going to be on stay back while attacking overlap. It's very important to do both of them, not just one. If you have this on overlap and you don't have stay back while attacking, let's say you got it on balance attack, you're going to notice your fullbacks overlapping every single time. And if you lose the ball in a stupid area, there's going to be only 2 defenders back. So it's very important to have both of these on, because the stay back while attacking allows your fullbacks to sit back if the gaps aren't open. If the gaps aren't open down the line, they will not make the run. But if they are wide open, the overlap run type allows your fullbacks to move forward and allows you to have width going forward. The CDM is going to be on cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover center. Make sure he is on cut passing lane. Make sure he is not on anything like balanced defense. Cut passing lane in this formation works really, really well. The centre mids, you can obviously switch this around. It really depends on what players you have. I've got one of my players on stay back while attacking, cover centre, while the other one is on a simple default instructions. As I said, you can switch these around. It really depends on who your attacker is and who your box to box is. For example, I've got Salah on the left hand side, so I've got him on default because I want Salah going forward and I want him on the left side so I can go for the outside foot. And my box to box is obviously KDB. Let's say you are playing Neymar in the centre mid position. You want Neymar to be on the right hand side so he can go for that cut in and go for the outside foot. So what you want to do is you want to switch the instructions around. It really does depend who you have. As I said though, make sure one of them is a box to box and the other is an attacking centre mid. The box to box is on stay back while attacking, cover centre, and the attacking centre mid is on default. You don't want to touch your attacking centre mid. The cam, stay forward. Very important in this formation. There is a glitch that pretty much happens with the cam, that if you have him on default, he will move into like a left back position. It is so annoying. I don't know why EA haven't sorted this out, because it's been a thing for like 2 years now, 3 years, maybe even more. It's so annoying, just straight up annoying. So like, you want him on stay forward so that glitch does not happen. It's so your cam doesn't move into a left back position, so your cam actually stays in that cam position. And for the strikers, you are going to want them on get in behind. I know some people do put one of these on comeback on defense, and I'm pretty sure last year with my 4-1-2-1-2 tactics, that's something I also did. This year though, I don't feel like there's a need to have one of these on comeback on defense. I think both of them on just getting behind is amazing, because if you get the ball with one of your centre mids, these two are going to be running up there. They're going to be ready to run in behind. They're going to be ready to go for a quick counter. And obviously, if you have got pretty good passes in that midfield, you can just swing a ball over to him. Next thing you know, you got yourself a very, very quick goal. So yeah, make sure both of these are on get in behind. But that is going to be it for my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics and instructions. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if these tactics and instructions and formation obviously brings you guys a few more W's in champs and in rivals. Obviously, give it a few games. Don't just give it one game. I say this at the end of every tactics video. Don't just play one game with it. Learn how to play with a formation. Learn how to play with the tactics and instructions. And I'm telling you guys right now, this formation works really, really well with you. You just need to know how to play in it, and you should be good to go. But yeah, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.